Labaron Philon, Alabama one-year player, a McDonald's All-American, potential first-round NBA draft pick. He is going through the process right now. Combine coming up May 11th through the 18th. Labaron Philon gets asked if there's any chance of him actually returning to Alabama, something I didn't know was on the table. He made it sound like he was not going to try to keep his eligibility open. But on the Shoes Show with Zach Shoemaker, Labaron Philon paints it a little differently.
Is there even a chance that you go back to Alabama? Like, is that on the table? Do you still have eligibility, or is it 100% draft? There's no chance of going back to Alabama.
I would say 100% draft, but things can change. Like you never know. But I would say, I love Bama, like just the program, the school, the state. Like it was all love when I was playing there, and I didn't never receive any hatred or nothing like that. Like walking around school, just being a regular kid again was like mostly the most fun part for me. And I'll never take that for granted. But I'm all in on draft right now because I feel like I want to be a pro, and you never know what can happen. So
right,
we'll just have to wait and see.
So do you still have the eligibility option? Your mind says it's more so I'm 100% on this. I'm not really thinking about it. I think I'm going to go to the draft. I'm going to get drafted or whatnot, but you still do have eligibility open if you want to return back?
I would say, yeah.
Okay, got it.
Kind of, but like I said, I'm 100% on the draft, so.
Yeah, so he does have eligibility.
Well, I would like a more definitive answer to that. That was Jim. It sounded like there was some confusion there.
I look, he has got a much better chance of not getting drafted than going in the first round.
Yeah.
I mean,
say that again. So for those that don't know, there's 2 rounds of the NBA draft.
Yeah,
there's
first
not
round's
7.
guaranteed contract. Second is not. So there's only 60 picks out there. And he has got a better chance of not getting drafted than he does of going in the first round.
Most mocks have him, if they have him in the 40s to 50s. Don't you? Is that where you've seen him mostly? And if he's even in it.
And he's a 6'3" guard.
Yeah.
So at a 6'3", so you got the size. If you're not...
You got the size if you're a true point. Is he really a true point?
Yeah, is that what he's going to play?
I know that's what he was... projected as. I know that's what he was in high school, but I mean, how often was he really running the point this year?
A lot of the time, especially late in the year when they went to that 3-guard lineup, you'd have Youngblood off of one side, Sears off the other side, and he was running the point. But I think, I don't want to put words in your mouth, but it seems like you're saying that in his position, come back and take NIL money at Alabama, play the point, and try to improve your draft stock. If you're Labaron Philon's agent, am I right on what you would tell him?
Can I just quickly say, Lance, wouldn't you think, based on where Alabama is right now and what they have not gotten out of the portal, specifically, just recently we talked about Coward going to Duke, whatever he was probably going to get, he could get more right now if he came back, don't you think?
I think
he's got a little leverage.
And that's the thing. Back in the day, you would hear, oh, this guy's going to reach and he's going to come out, and he probably shouldn't, but his family needs the money. We don't know the family circumstances. Well, now the family can make a lot of money with NIL.
Yeah.
So I just think it's a little bit different when you're in between. And Philon was good, and I think a lot of people look at him and they're like, he looks like an NBA player, and he's going to be really good at the next level. And that's how he's going to be drafted now, is kind of a project with a lot of upside. And I've seen him anywhere from 25 to 30 in the first round. I just think he's going to fall mid-second to late second, and I think he could have made more NIL money. And I think more than likely, Philon's going to be playing a lot of G League next year.
Which isn't fun and isn't a lot of money.
And you can do that at any point in your career. Like Philon could come back and play 2 or 3 more seasons and still play G League, couldn't he? Except he makes more at Alabama in doing it than you make in the G League.
Yeah. And I think right now most European leagues, you can make more money in NIL than you could in the European leagues, right? That seems to fall in that $1 million range.
If that. Yeah, I think it's probably mid-6 figures now.
So if I'm dodging missiles and bullets on the Israeli league, then I probably could stay in the NIL, right?
Yeah.
The best league is in Europe.
Yeah.
It's the European league.
Yeah. That's the highest paying.
Yeah, by the way, the NBA is flirting with starting a European league that the NBA would own because they're not happy with the way the European League is running things over there.
I do think, just back to Cedric Coward, I think if Coward would have come out, he goes before Philon. And Coward, obviously, is not coming out.
But it's being asked, what is the eligibility issue? When you leave school, the way you keep your eligibility is you operate with what is called an NCAA certified agent. So much like the NFLPA, who has certified agents that can only negotiate NFL contracts, only those agents can negotiate NFL contracts. The NCAA has certified agents. The way I understand, you may understand more than I do, they've got certified agents that operate and keep you eligible. They meet the criteria to keep you NCAA eligible.
Yeah.
And that would be the question with Philon. Has he used an NCAA certified agent? He probably knows that. I don't know why he answered the way he did.
I would say the way Labaron answered that is he is focused on the NBA draft.
Yeah.
And if this ends up not going the way I want, I will come back to Alabama. But you keep asking me this question, cool sweatshirt guy, that I'm telling you I'm focused on the NBA draft.
Right.
But I love Alabama, and I could still come back to Alabama.
Right.
But I'm focused on the NBA draft. Do you have eligibility left? Well,
I mean,
yeah, sort of, but I'm focused on the NBA draft.
I mean, his eligibility is 100% determined by whether he's using an NCAA certified agent.
In the old days, it would be whether or not you accepted money. You know, if you signed a napkin in New Orleans, Antonio Langham, and got $1, somebody bought you a drink, you were ineligible at that point.